Hello everybody, and welcome back to some FTB Evolution. How you guys doing today? I hope you are doing well. I am. So, last episode, we got together and we went to the Nether. And it didn't turn out real well for us. We got a few things. I still don't have some of the stuff that I do need, but we are ready to move on to our next bit of business. I have been, I don't want to say busy, but I have been a little bit busy. I'm still looking for a place that I want to call home. And I went out, still have yet to find much other than water. We went out this way. I don't even know what that is. I didn't even look at that. Doesn't look like it's much of anything, but I come across the village. This is an island floating in the sky that we need to get up to. But I picked it clean. We've got another guardian temple there, and that's really it. I did do a ton of mining. In the mining dimension, we've got made pocket storage unit. It's pretty easy to make. The recipe for it, you got to make the different tiers. First tier's iron, then gold, then diamonds. We had all that stuff. It just takes regular chests for that. So we can store a ton of stuff. It's 32 different items and 65,000 of each. So I spent some time mining. Probably about 2 hours. So we've got plenty of resources to take care of what we need to do. For the most part. Iron and redstone seem to be the two biggest things that I'm having problems finding. We'll take care of that soon enough. But I do have a couple quests that I need to complete. One, this guy here. We had completed it or done it before. We got an anvil. I don't know what I got the anvil for. I may have picked it up at the village. I don't remember. But we got the obsidian. This is for easy disenchanting. You can throw whatever you want that is enchanted on top of the obsidian, empty book, drop an anvil on it, and you'll get the enchantments off of it. Our getting started quest, we've got one for waystones. We don't have the warp stone, but we do have another waystone now. But I pulled the one from that village that I was talking about, that we went to. This one over here. I pulled it, I cleaned it out, and I took the waystone, put it over here. So now we've got a way of getting back and forth. General storage, we've got the one for the pocket storage. We got a tier 2 pocket storage. And then for this one, we've got play for 25 hours. Yeah, like I said, I spent some time old tech parts and relics. Which one do I want? I've got, let's go with, we don't need a Lytra booster just yet. Let's go with the Ender Hand. I have no idea what that's for. We're going to find out. Endermen hate this one simple trick. Rod of Lightning. We got a drowned belt out of the village. Rod of Lightning, we got that. We got a blood staff. Amphibian boots, I don't have those on, but I do have them. We got a defense skill, and I think that, oh no, immersive engineering for blueprints. Forbidden and Arcanus, I got that for mining. And I think now we are ready to go with today's business. I just need to clean out some space. We did forget to open up our quest rewards. Skeleton Talisman, that increases arrow damage. I was hoping it had something to do with not having to deal with. Ooh. Ooh. I like that. We're going to be doing a lot of modern industrialization. But the skeleton talisman, we don't need. So, as you can see around here, I have started clearing up some of our space. Trying to make it to where we can at least get room for some of the stuff that we're going to be doing here before I decide what we're going to do. I needed to do it quick because we're very quickly collecting a lot of stuff. So I've got to make up my mind on that. So, but as far as today, what are we going to do? Well, we're going to start getting into our beginnings of industrial foregoing. I want to get latex brewing. So that is the plan. So first things first, we're going to need to make a bunch of pity machine frames. I'm not necessarily worried about making the pitiful generator. We're going to need to make 4 of those guys, a processing unit, and then that just gets us into plastics. And then we can, once we get into plastics, we can start getting into the other stuff. So, first things first, let us get crafting table. Those guys, we're going to need pity machine frames, all 7 of them. That'll work. Fluid extractors, we're going to need cobblestone. I'm going to need pistons. We've got pistons. There's cobblestone right there. We may need a little bit more redstone. And I need some gold. So we're going to make 4 of these. Beautiful. We're going to need some glass. I need to make a tank. One, two, three, 4. The amount of resources I waste just making these tanks and then switching them over later, ridiculous. Fluid pipes, our 8 should be enough for now. Our pipe wrench, and we're good to go. So I think we'll just come back here. That was not what I wanted to do. That way, that way. And there we go. Place those guys there. Let's, for the moment, let's raise this up one, because I get tired of not being able to see down in here. Now all we need to do is give it a log, and we will start getting latex. Beautiful. That's taken care of. Our book, XP. We're ready to get into that. But before we do that, I want to figure out some kind of placer. We've got about 14 different ones. Well, not really that many, but phantom placer, fluid placer, auto placer. I think we can do this guy pretty easily, and I don't know if he takes power or not. But we shall find out. So I need a lapis. And we need a basic coal. Beautiful. So that guy. Auto placer. Let's Oh, I got all kinds of space down here. Let's do that. And let's place this guy and see if it'll let me place it where it's facing up. It is. Redstone mode. Voila. And that is now automated. All we need to do is give it a drawer. Do I have any extra drawers? It don't even have to be a drawer. There we go. This guy. Item pipes. Put that right there. Use our pipe wrench and boom. Now I should be able to just throw some logs in there and those should disappear. And that's ready to go. We got it automated. All I got to do is feed it trees. Awesome. Alright, so next up is our latex processing unit. We should just about have everything we need for this. The only thing this is this is going to actually take some power. What am I missing? Missing a furnace, a redstone block, and boom, there we go. We've got this. Consider, yeah. So it does need power. So I need to get power from there over to here. This doesn't necessarily have to be here. But I think we're alright. I just got to come up with the power plan. Alright, so plan is brewing right this minute. I am making... we're going to be just... I've run power with our cables out here, and then I'm going to use our immersive engineering stuff for the moment. Why not? We've got all this stuff. I am going to need a couple of those. I think we got everything. I want to get our... I am missing one more thing, and that is going to be our steel scaffolding. So those guys, and that can go in there. So for the moment, we can just kind of throw this over here. I will connect it with the rest of the stuff here in just a minute. But we can throw it down right here. We needed a redstone block. Scaffolding. Conveyor. That needs to be a space. That should be a heavy engineering block. I think this is right. And then we need a piston. Go the right way. Let me double check this. Yeah, that is right. We'll just do it the hard way. There we go. And then we should be able to smack the redstone block. That's there. We can throw a power cable on here. Beautiful. And then now we're doing MV cables. So I need the metal press I need to make wire cutters and 3 steel plates. That guy there. That'll work. And actually I've got that on me because I do have treated sticks. So that guy, those, I want the wire press. That can go there. There is some electrum. And to make the wire coils, we need 4. That gives us 2. Let's start with 8. And that is not working. Why are you not working? If you want stuff to work, you have to give it power. One, two, three, four. I have too much stuff in my inventory. And I've got our magnet on. $10 and $12, that gives us 16. No, I can't math. That's 12. All right, and then now all I need to do is make our connectors, which I've got the terracotta here. Dirt can go up. So wire connectors, let's do 2 of those, and then we will do a couple wire relays. And basically connectors are, we need to put 1 there. And I have nothing to build with now. Put that there. And then we can take our wire and run it from here to there. From there, can't do that. It's got to be a relay. All right. Well, that means this one's not going to work either. So give me the relays. We'll just put that there for right this minute. I don't necessarily need the book. That's not what I wanted to do. And let's just go ahead and put this guy over here while we're at it. And now we should be able to connect all these up. We can give this guy the connector. So from here to there. From there, that's already connected. So from there to there. And there to there. And now he should be getting power. He's got power. Awesome. So now all we need to do is take some latex. Do we have a bucket's worth? We do. Put that in there. We need some water, which I need to get some water here close by. We'll worry about that at another time. And that gives us our dry rubber. Awesome. And 1 piece of dry rubber gives us plastic. Actually, that's nice because that used to be tiny dry rubber. So awesome. That gives us that. That means we can take this and throw it in the... There's so much stuff in my inventory. Those guys can go up for the moment. Pistons can go up. And we've got our first piece of plastic. Awesome. So that's got our processing unit, our plastic. Let's get a adventurer box. I don't know why I just did that. Let's get rid of some of this stuff out of our inventory. Let's see here. We got some actually additions. We've got one for the placer. Random tool. And immersive engineering. We've got one for our engineering blocks. One for our metal press. And that is all. Let's see what we get out of our boxes. Some item conduit. It's not necessarily bad. Pneumatic wrench. Iron pickaxe. And that is all. We did get a bunch of... Oh, no, wait. Adventurer box. Spellbreaker. Getting a bunch of iron spells and stuff. And I ain't got a clue how to use any of it. But it's got a better attack damage than what we've got. Alright, so, but I think that is where we're going to end it. We've got power going along. We've got our first bit of latex stuff a-going. It's just going to be right now a process of letting these things work. We can give them power. Right now we don't have said power enough to do that. But we're moving on. So with that, hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Thank you for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.